Hey all, so Vedder Holsters reached out to me about trying out their new holster pad. Let's get into it. Now, if you like this content, like, sub, shares, all that good stuff, I really appreciate it. Also down below, coupon codes and merch to help support the channel. Also, I will put a link down below to look at the holster pad on their website if you'd like to. Let's get started. All right, so now we can get some close-ups of the Vedder holster pad. Now, I have it installed here, but I'll briefly go over how you install it. It's actually very simple. So they send with it an alcohol pad and then this strip of Velcro that mates up with the strip here on the back. So all you would just basically do is wipe down your section here wherever you want to put the strip of Velcro to the holster with the white alcohol pad, and then stick this on, and you're pretty much done. That's it. And then you're able to apply this, right? And because it's got a bigger piece here, you can kind of move it around to get it basically mated up exactly how you would like. And I have it here on my Garrett holster for my King Cobra. Now this bit here could go higher, so say you had like a semi-automatic pistol with a higher sweat guard, you would then be able to stick it higher, right, and then have it follow the sweat guard. Or I guess if you really wanted to, you could add a sweat guard to a particular holster with this just by having it raised up. One of the nice things about this holster pad is that it comes and you can trim it. So I trimmed off these two sections, but I'll show here briefly. Basically, it would just be like this. It's going to be like this shape when you get it. And then I trimmed this off because it was for a smaller gun. But if it's for a longer, bigger gun, you would be able to leave these sections on. Or also, if you really wanted to, you could leave them on, have them extend beneath the holster, because you would then be able to, not worry about, say, the bottom of the muzzle here digging into you if that was something that was giving you issues. But pretty much once you stick it on, like so, you're good to go. And, I've not really had any issues with it coming off. The Velcro seems good quality, where it's not really giving me any issues where I've taken it off at the end of the day and found it barely hanging on or anything. It seems very secure. And, overall, just seems like it's a pretty well-made, soft little pad here to help with IWB carry. So now that we've looked at it up close, what are my thoughts? I like the product. I think it's pretty cool. I was able to adjust it a little bit, bring it down a little bit further to allow it to work with my King Cobra holster. And it does really perform pretty well. It does provide a little bit more comfort, because that's one of the things I've noticed, when you carry inside the waistband, especially, like on your hip or, right behind your hip, is after all day of carrying, it can kind of get a little sore there, depending upon, how long you've been carrying, what you've been doing. So I really found that this added a little more comfort. And also, one of the big things that I didn't even realize was going to be a benefit, but is out here in Arizona. Yes, I know I'm in a jacket right now, but all summer long, it can be very hot, and you end up wearing an undershirt because otherwise you sweat all over your gun and they rust. Ask me how I found that out. So with wearing undershirts and Kydex holsters and stuff like that, I noticed that both Kydex and leather, they kind of slip around a little bit on, like, just say clothing, whereas maybe on your skin, it's a little more, it's a little more in place. So I found that with this, right, it has a little bit of grip. It's not really grippy, but just the texture of it lends itself to be a little bit less, slippery than, say, smooth Kydex. And it held the holster in place to where I didn't have to tighten my belt up as much to keep it from sliding around. And when it didn't slide around as much, my holster that is, I found it to be more comfortable between the padding it provided and then the fact that it didn't slide around as much. So overall, I think those are two really good benefits to having something like this on your holster for IWB. So those are my thoughts on it. I think it's pretty cool. I like seeing innovation in the firearms world. So definitely something neat to see. And put down below, what are your thoughts on stuff like this? Have you tried it? And have a good day.